Super manly, sucking out of a Capri Sun.
Well, speaking of super manly, Ryan, Target's in trouble, if you can believe it.
For what, David?
Well, do you remember the Bud Light thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Target did that.
And what happened?
Well, it's not going well for him. So, interestingly enough, let's start from the beginning, Ryan. I don't even know if this is the beginning. What's the beginning? The beginning is the bathroom thing, right?
The training bathrooms under Obama.
That was like forever ago.
Yeah.
So they kind of coasted through that. They got through, right?
Yeah, and then they got rid of boys and girls section.
Sure.
Target in particular.
But here's where they went super wrong, right? It was discovered that in the little kids sections, right? Because I don't think there's boys or girls. There's 2-piece swimsuits. I don't know if I'm going to be saying this right? It's 2-piece swimsuits for boys that'll hide their junk so they don't look like boys. I think I got that right. Was that your general? A trainer?
Yeah,
it's a hider. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, they call I forget the things they call their chest binders. I think is the term too.
Well, chest binders. So chest binders are women who are transitioning right to men. It helps
give you breast cancer.
It helps keep the breasts away, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard another thing about this whole Target thing. It's about Satanism, right? There's a link to Satanism, or I've seen or heard things talking about pins that said "Satan loves me" and the rainbow flag with the LGBT.
Yeah, I believe the top the designer they hired was a Satanist or something along those lines, and then the Satanists are saying that they're accepting of all, unlike the flawed Christian God, of course.
It's literally not how it works, though. Like, here's what's crazy. Here's what's even I don't want to get on a religious podcast, but we're here. Like, if Satan is supposed to be accepting of everybody, why would he accept everybody? If you're faulted, broken, liars, cheaters, deceivers, because he's only going to use you.
Well, here's the thing that's interesting too, and I'm speaking as somebody who's not extremely religious, but I understand the importance of God in our society.
Yeah, because you get shit like this. You get talks on kids' swimwear.
Sure. And I don't know where you stand. I know I'm pretty sure we're on similar wavelengths when it comes to this. Certainly I'm not in church every Sunday, so I'm not here speaking from my high ground. But I think it's pretty clear what happens when we lose God in our society, right? I mean, we're living it now.
Yeah. Like, how much farther do you got to go? Like, this was the death of God. I actually talked to my friend this week about this. Like, the death of God is what got us here, right? And this was before we were born. Honestly, this is like World War people. And, like, what do you expect when you just have told everybody we're replaceable and we're not unique, you're not special, like the world's all corrupt and the patriarchy's going to keep you down, and if you feel this way, even though there's every chemical in the world in your water that can fuck with your endocrine system, which is the hormone regulation that could make you feel masculine and feminine and all the other things that you feel.
Sure. Or another way of putting it is the chemicals in the water are turning the frogs gay.
I actually will talk about kids' medicine this week, but I almost feel like they're spraying shit in the air just to make products to sell us that they know are going to combat it. Because, like, if you look at cough medicine now, it's like cough immunizer kicks the cough sooner, and like it's like they have marketed the thing they're creating. Anyways, I think it ties in nicely. This whole thing that, like, why would Target hire a known Satanist? Who would greenlight this, David? Okay, clear.
Well, maybe it has to do with
Bud Light.
Maybe it has to do with business equity or whatever. What's it called? CEI or?
I mean, can I look up something on my computer without messing us up? Like, can you still hear me?
I think so. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. What's the population of Satanists?
The population of Satanists?
Yeah,
I bet it's greater than the population of transgenders. If I were to guess. Do you have an Amazon sidewalk you can ask?
No. Dave, you know I don't believe in things that listen to me other than my smartphone. The Telegraph. Satanism and devil worship is on the rise according to census data, but no one made plans to name anyone.
It's on the census?
According to the 21 census carried out by ONS.
They're asking people if they're Satanists?
I guess so. Man, if I could only read this article, you know, mainstream media trying to game my...
Or are they asking, you just have to subscribe to read further?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the people, the gatekeepers of information...
are really keeping the information. But at least you can see the headline, Ryan.
Estimated...
Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating that you can always see the headline and then you have to subscribe for the information?
Only the headline, though. Huh. Yeah, there can't be that many Satanism, though.
I mean, there's got to be dozens.
Well, if your target audience, look, if your target audience is mother, right? Okay, because this is children's things, right? So this is a mother or father, or Zers, Zezem, Zimmy,
Invader Zim,
whatever. It's him and her. It's family people looking for garments for young persons, right?
Children, Ryan, children.
Okay. Well,
children.
Even in their terms, it still makes sense.
Two-piece swimsuits for children with dick tuckers.
Dude, you don't market shit to people that aren't going to buy it. It doesn't even make sense to design it, produce it, manufacture, ship it to the store, and then, like, hold it. You pay people to put that shit out there.
But the people who buy it are the parents who are being convinced that it's not convinced. It's becoming illegal to not transition your children in certain states.
An honest, real question. How do I know this isn't bullshit? This could just be an AI-generated story that could sink the Dow Jones Industrial Average, David. How do I know?
Wait, don't mix all these things, Ryan. We'll talk about that.
But how do I know? Like, I haven't gone to Target since this happened, and I said I'm done going there because this happened, because I'm a good conservative, capitalistic Christian.
My first job was at Target, right?
I dig Target. A lot of cute girls go there, but I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Wegmans it is. Anyways.
I've always known to avoid Target because it's created by filthy Frenchmen.
It's still a point of, like, somebody greenlit this. I didn't get any devil clothes at my Target. Nobody locally. So, like, what stores, like, what is the scope of this? And then to double back to the AI, how do I know that this wasn't AI altered and then they just allow this to get ran? Like, this story could be fake to begin with.
I guess.
And just created by bots and bull. And dude, at some point they got to be able to mass print news articles on every. If they canceled Andrew Tate's Uber on his phone at the same time they canceled him from everything else, if they did it to Kanye and Alex, and like if they did all that, all the flip of a switch, they got to be able to print that many news articles at the same time because they're minutes apart. And I don't know. I guess you have to go there. Why some get exclusives, like ABC exclusives, and then the news articles that you normally see are the ones talking about from NBC. Like you're hearing it. Like it's so crazy. They've normalized us getting information from the third person already. Like literally, not the source, not the news that interviewed the source, but the news that read what the news that interviewed the source is. Like it's so crazy. I know I just threw like a lot into this little.
Well, luckily, some of it probably cut out because it seems one of us doesn't have good connection.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I'm outside, but I got full Wi-Fi connection right now, so I don't know which one of us it is. You're inside with, I'm sure, Ethernet connection. So I'm sure it's very convenient that our internet is going out.
You targeted such a small group of people that it doesn't even initially make sense for this to even be a real product to make. So, like... This is what's so freaking hard. We're talking culture war. We've talked culture war. The politicians talk culture war. The other news media talks culture war. We see all these words. Culture war is in the regular media now. It wasn't like this a few months ago.
No, luckily us in the alternative media picked it up first.
Yeah. Yeah, like literally. Like the alternative media gave the mainstream media the turn.
Like seriously, what are the journalists doing?
They're robots. That's what I'm saying. They're not there. Dave, those companies have so much money that they can just pay people to sit there. They don't need to be profitable. What's more profitable than being able to sway the opinion of voters, potential highly influenced voters based on one tweet or one policy or one word or one bad interview or one poll or one Hunter Biden laptop story? Like, what's more important, paying that guy $10 million to do nothing or swaying a whole country's election? Dude, BlackRock will take that trade every day of the week.
Speaking of something along those lines, it appears that there's a report going around that Tucker Carlson being let go from Fox was part of the Dominion lawsuit and settlement. Isn't that convenient? The one person in the mainstream media actually somewhat doing journalism.
You damn well know they didn't want him to even poke at that. I bet you BlackRock owns Dominion.
I'm sure they have high stakes in it, yeah. They probably have a 50-50 split with Vanguard.
Yeah, probably with those other 75 train derailments. We're so off the rails. Target greenlit this. It doesn't make sense to us. It didn't make sense to us with Bud Light, and this almost makes me wonder if this is part of the whole PPE fucking triangle to consolidate corporations with communism.
Which is fascinating because those things should be opposing ideas.
Not just that, but Target should be able to pay off $1 million loan. But what if they don't on purpose? What if part of the deal of getting the $1 million loan as a corporation is to have your international diversity billboard committee campaign people, and then we get Satanism? I haven't seen a Jesus piece inside of Target. They probably don't even have crucifixes at the fucking crappy jewelry counter for $5. There isn't a single cross in there, but you're going to tell me that company greenlit Satan. Some of the most beautiful churches in the world are fucking in France. Notre Dame. Dave Ryan, December 1773. Catch us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern for the weekly show. As always, David, appreciate you for your time. Dave and I will be there, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook. Most importantly, Rumble. I don't know how many more of these they're just going to let us do without seriously hindering us. But with that being said, we are appreciated for the opportunity, YouTube. I really
well, fortunately for us, the good French people at Rumble, I don't think they're French, they're Canadian. That's basically French. Doesn't matter. They allow us to do videos, so if we're ever down on YouTube, which we will be, just go to Rumble. We'll be there.
And for the record, before we get out of here, back to this whole thing, because this ties into Target. Like, these people don't just have this system in place for no reason. Like, you're just telling me that they have systems in place to shadow ban certain types of people, and they never had a check on power until another alternative. Like, how many department stores is there going to be to challenge Target? Because there's not many. And if they all do this shit, what are you going to do? You're going to have to buy the Satan panty dick tuckers for your kid? Will they just make all clothes with a tucking option? Will they take the fly off men's pants? Will I not be able to unzip and pull my dick through the zipper? Will that just stop?
I personally, Ryan, need a option for tucking on my gray sweatpants.
Yeah.
Because if not, we're going to have to make some money on OnlyFans.
Yeah, somebody's packing. Dave Ryan, December 17th. I'll catch you guys later. As always, David, thank you for your time, and I'll see you later.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.